welcome to Connected Community Health Sport. My name is Jay. I will be your host for today's live bodyweight exercise. And the best thing about is that this can be done with no equipment at all. All you need is about an arm's length of space, and you can do this pretty much from the comfort of your own home. In New York, it's a little bit cold outside right now. Might not want to be doing this exercise outside, but the point is, if you got an 8x8 space near you, you'll know how to get into it today. And the same thing, we're going to make it modifiable for all fitness levels, just like the title says. So don't worry if this is your first day or your 1000th day, or get a good workout in today. So with that being said, if you're wondering what we're doing with Connected Community Health Sport, our goal is to make health and fitness more accessible. And we do that through a variety of services, through some free and also some paid services. As you can see from the stream, as far as our free services, we do live workouts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m., and Tuesday, Thursday, 12. So we are live 5 weeks at those times. We also restream these all day on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. So you never miss a workout. Even as you can see, this is day 104 right now. We've been moving right along here for a while. So this is feeling a little bit, this is the 104th day. We do have variations that are for everybody, but if you'd like to start this program right from the scratch at day one, that is always an option. Just check out the link in our bio on our Facebook. We have all previous recordings listed there. And so, we kind of lost my train of thought real quick. So, we also do blogs, social media, try to give information about health and fitness, disseminate some research, make it a little bit, more digestible, because I know some of that research can be a little bit difficult. And social media is what's real, what's fake. You never know where the sources are coming from. So that's why we try to provide some research for you guys, so you get it right. So, the paid side, we also do virtual personal training, home personal training, community events, group training, all that good stuff as well. You can find that on our website if that's something that interests you. But that is not the point. I'm not trying to sell you something here. Just giving you a little bit of information about what we do. Our main goal is to just help people be happier and healthy through fitness. We just want to help people out. It's been a tough thing. We started this right before the COVID pandemic, or right kind of the beginning of it. We just said, hey, something good. Let's help people get active, get moving. And here we are, day 100. We're still grinding at it, still getting a good workout. Bodyweight fitness from home, eliminating those barriers to exercise. So I just want to tilt that down a little bit. But I've been rambling a lot this morning, so let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. I'm going to change up this caption real quick. Here we go. So here is our exercise routine for the day. We're going 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, and 3 times through all 8 exercises. I'll be walking you through those, so don't worry. That's just a little bit of a reminder to show you what is going on for today. And also, it is the week of fitness. We have 8 pillars here at Connected CHS. This week we're talking about fitness. We're talking a little bit about supplements in our past few days, and also a little bit adjacent to fitness. Now we're talking about internal and external focus, what you should be focusing on during exercise, what the research is saying about that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as we move through this workout as well. But I don't want to talk your ear off. We're just going to give you the last thing to leave you off with. This is the quote of the day, and it's all progress takes place outside the comfort zone. This was by Michael Boback. I think this is a great quote, and it definitely applies to the workout here today. You don't want to destroy yourself in every single set, but those gains, that progress is going to happen when you challenge yourself. I like to say that the body is really smart. It does not have to adapt unless you kind of push it to, unless you kind of force it to adapt. So, I like to say, if you're doing more than you were doing yesterday, your body is going to have to adapt. You keep doing more than what you did the day before, even if it's a little bit, but you're still, pushing your body on and says, hey, I got to get stronger. I got to get my endurance up. As you, work yourself a little bit, you're going to make that progress. And like I said, that doesn't mean you have to kill yourself on every single. That just means, hey, if you get done with the set and you say that was easy, I didn't have a problem, try a little bit more intense variation. Maybe try going a little bit faster. I'll show you some ways to modify, make things easier, so you can modify and make the exercise in a way that works for you. Same thing. Everybody's different. Everybody has different goals. Everybody has different movements. So don't do anything specifically the way I'm doing. You want to do it in the way that works for you. So with that being said, I have been talking a lot here. Last half-hour session, moving to 45 minutes next week. A little bit of a jump up. Then, a few more weeks, 4 or 5 more weeks after that, we're going to be going into our workouts again. So excited about that. Like a half hour. Let's get to it, everybody. Whether you're watching this live or recorded, quick little thing. If you do not see live in the top screen corner, I know it might say live on Twitch in the title. If it does not say live, this will be a replay. This does replay all day on Twitch. I don't want anybody to be confused and try to get in the stream and realize I can't answer because I'm not actually there. This is recorded. So it's live right now. Just want to let you know that. But anyways, let's get into the workout, everybody. So, like I said, 30 seconds to rest. Let me get the timer out real quick. Get a quick warm-up first. It's important, especially getting the body moving early. Definitely want to get that blood flowing before getting into some of these more complex movements. So, let's get a quick 3-minute warm-up. Bring the volume down so don't blast your ears off. But all right, let's do it, everybody. Quick 3-minute warm-up. First move. We'll see you in the chat. Happy face. Good morning. Good to see you in here. All right, so the first move of the warm-up, we're going to go back to some classics with the spine rotation. So, going to be standing out in front. It's going to be opening to the wall behind us, coming back. The other arm getting that mid, back, moving a little bit. It's like you're driving a bus. Try to keep the hips, everything forward. Grab on that steering wheel. And then you got one arm as like you're backing up the car. You're looking behind you, trying to keep everything still. Set that arm, follow the arm with the eyes. Good thing. It will get easier through the reps. I can't see from this distance. I'm going to check in a second. I hope it's a joke of the day, though. Happy face. I was looking forward to those. I'll back up there in a second. I'm just going to finish up this set. All right, let's get one more here. Awesome. What do we get? And my friend asked if I left. I left. I was right now. Hey, we all do. We get a little bit of both in here. We even out, right? At least, but we probably do maybe a little bit more exercise than lifting candy. Who knows? But we got the mid back warmed up a little bit. Let's get these legs going. I know I always got these in there. One of my all-time favorite exercises. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but we're just getting that hip moving in group. Getting some good swinging motion. One of the things I like about it is so much variability in the hip that can really kind of expose our hip to allowing us to do the same thing. You're never going to swing this leg at the same velocity, the same speed. Probably not going to have the same start point either. It might be pretty similar. I mean, it looks the same to the eye, but is it exactly the same leg swing? Probably not. Maybe moving into the other leg. And they say it's the same thing like with walking. They say, we don't really get super slow from walking. I mean, you can still get fatigue from walking long distances and things like that. But it's not like, most of the time, like you're going to be extremely sore after walking. Some of the belief is because there's so much variability. Oftentimes when you're doing these very repetitive patterns over and over and over again, we might get sore because we kind of start adapting to that movement pattern. But at the same time, is every step going to be the same? Are you going to have the same exact stride? Are you going to swing the leg forward with the same thing? The same distance, displace your weight with the same way in each step. So there's a lot of ability even with walking. So you have a comment in the chat. This is a lot choppy at times. That's not good. Let me see if I can do something about that. I'll make sure my fight is good. I do have maybe a little bit too many open. Let's try closing out some of these tabs. We'll see if it gets a little bit less choppy here. Please let me know if it fixes anything at face. I don't need to get an Ethernet cable. Yeah, plug this in. My brother is really into the tech stuff. I'm not very tech savvy, but I do know that I don't have the best stream setup camera as well. It's coming. I know. I've been there for a while. I was going to get one, but just kind of haven't got around to it. But hopefully this isn't as choppy. Facebook and YouTube too windy here. Just be me. Yeah, I'm not really sure it could easily be me as well. If I just close my tab, then maybe that gets a little bit better, but I guess we'll have to see. So, where were we? We finished our leg swing. We finished on a little bit. Let's get a little bit of the neck over here. We down, right out in front. So for the neck, looking to the side, moving the head, and nicer. I like the thing. So you're trying to draw a small circle here. You want to look behind you, looking up to the sky, then looking behind you on the other shoulder again, and then chin down to the chest. Just want to get this head moving. Really important muscles. But you're in here watching this early, maybe watch it live, record it, whatever it is. But I've only been awake for not even an hour at this point, so my body still might be a little bit stiff. So it's still great to just get the body to do some of these movement patterns flowing a little bit. Because chat in here. We have the neck moving a little bit. We're gonna go back to the legs real quick, and then we're gonna go into the shoulders. So grabbing onto the wall, just get the hand working. Kind of, it's not like his legs except this. We're going with the back, trying to bring the heel up to the glute. All right, we're getting the other leg. All right, great job, everybody. One more. We got two more. I can do one more for the hips, one more for the shoulders. And so for this next one, we're just getting a little bit of low, kind of stretching things out a little bit. Everybody's gonna have a different squat depth. Your squat depth is up here. Maybe it's a little bit lower. Whatever it may be, we're pretty much. I want to just get down into a little bit of a squat. Get on the squat position. Comfortable for you. We're just gonna hold about 15, 20 seconds. So getting that comfortable deep. So I just kind of start getting those muscles activated. I'm kind of getting down in my position. Same thing with this part. You don't gotta get this so you can hold it. Just kind of get these muscles woken up a little bit more intense than some of our other stretches. Great job, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, let's get the shoulders last thing, and then we'll get things rocking here. So for the shoulders, just doing some small arm circles. Definitely need to get some of these. Actually slept on my shoulder really weird today. I'm not worried about sleeping, to be honest. But it doesn't feel so bad anymore. But I had to sleep on my stomach. I think I had my arm like up here like this. Pretty much numb when I woke up. I have all the circulation. Let's reverse these the other way now. Remember, keep them small like you're drawing a circle in the air. And now let's open them real wide now. And now let's reverse the other one. All right. I'm pretty good. I hope you are as well. We're going to be getting into the workout right here now. We got our first move. We got our floor touches. So 4 touches, bend down, come back up, reaching to the ground. 30 seconds work, 30-second rest. Go down to the distance or the height is comfortable for you. Let me change this up. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin at the first set. Let's get things moving. So we'll modify this one. With the hands, come down, the hips. Make sure you're not flat back, going down to a height that's comfortable. If you see it, be flat back here still. And I'm just reaching down to that position. 3, 2, 1, and down. Great job, everybody. Next move, we're going to row to fly combo. You're going to be in that bent over position. You're going to be row, fly, row, fly. When you're doing that row, remember, elbows are going to be pretty close to the body. And last thing, trying to get up to that shoulder height. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Another thing about this one, a little bit too difficult. You can always go one arm at a time, like so. And then you can alternate each one. This will make it easier to support the body weight. Yeah, choose that variation that works good for you. Great job, everybody. Keep it moving. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and done. Really good job, everybody. We got D1. Next move, you go both at the same time. Or one at a time on the ground just to make it a little bit easier to see. So, if I'm going single arm, reaching across the body, coming up, you're alternating each one. Or same thing, we go both at the same time. We go both. Choose the variation that works good for you. I don't sound like a broken record. 3, 2, 1, and go. Reaching up each and every rep. No shoulder needs this one today. Getting into that walk position. Good work. You got 10 more seconds. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Next one coming up is mountain climbers. And we got 2 variations. So you're gonna be, you could go from the wall, and same thing, you just pick your knees up, driving into the wall, bringing it as high as you can. You can also do this, from the couch or a chair. Same thing, go up here. Same thing, you can go from a little bit of an elevator surface, or we can go from the ground. But get ready, we're going 3, 2, let's go. Going from the ground, just holding that position into the chest. You got 15 seconds. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I see you got a comment in here. Do you hold your hand with yours or keep your face forward? Personally, I keep my eyes forward, but whatever is going to help you coordinate this movement. So, same thing. Maybe you kind of want to check, make sure you're getting to a good position. Sometimes getting up is overhead with kind of a little bit. Necessarily dangerous or anything by any means. Could be uncomfortable for some people. So it's comfortable for you. I don't say there's any really right or wrong. It's just looking or not looking at the hand. Whatever is important, you get into the correct position. So when it's done, we got squats, lateral squats coming up shortly. For the squats, we can go for the body weight squats. Just pretend like you are sitting in the chair and standing up. We can also go lateral squats, same thing, a little bit wider apart, leaning on side to side. 1, 3, 2, and let's begin. It is lateral squat, another good variation for the lateral squat. It can be a pretty pattern to get into. You can use the edge of a chair. Same thing, kind of using this. I know you can't really see what my body is doing. You can kind of use this for support, getting into a good position. Or another great way to use the chair, you just squat like this. Sitting down, standing up. One of the best ways to get that pound down. We're done in 3, 2, 1, and great. I think my cam's a little bit too low. My head keeps getting chopped off. Let's just move this up just a little bit. Great. I think that's a little bit better. All right, we got push-ups or flies. The position of wall, chair, floor. You choose your variation. Hold on 1 second. For the fly variation, you can be doing this from the ground. The arms, is going to be working the chest muscles as well. We do a 5-day-a-week program right now, so doing push-ups might not be the most comfortable. You got to choose a variation that works good for you, for your muscles. Your chest is feeling pretty tight, pretty fatigued right now. Let's move for some of these less intense motions. But maybe you're feeling like getting some push-ups in today. I'm not going to stop you. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. We're working with the flies. Moving nice and smooth. Same thing with the push-ups. And with the push-ups, the closer you get to the ground, the harder that exercise is going to be. So if you're going from the wall, be easier than going from the ground. If you're going from an elevated surface, it's going to be harder than the wall. So on and so forth. 3, 2, 1, and great job with that one, everybody. Our next move coming up on the list is we got IT flies. Another one of my favorites here. Tough move. I know you got it in you. We're going to be going a bent over position, and then go ahead and do the get the hand down to the knees. Thumbs up overhead, thumbs up in a Y, and then back of the hands up in a T. So IT Ys. We're going 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Thumbs up, back of the hand up. Great job, everybody. And as I mentioned previously, the other move, if you want to go, it can be hard to hold position. You can go one arm at a time. Switch it up, make it a little bit less intense on that lower body. Great job, everybody. Three, 2, 1, and done. Really good job, everybody. We got 1, 2, 3 bursts last move of this segment. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Except you are going to take the seat. Maybe you're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you're going to grab onto the wall. You go 1, 2, 3. Maybe you're going to keep it low. You got a variation that works good for you. You control the pace, you control the intensity. I'm just going to guide you through it. So we're going 2, 1, and let's begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's here, but you don't have to. You'll say maybe you just want to keep it up here, just kind of mark in place, marking on getting those feet moving, working on a single leg balance. You got to choose the variation that works for you. Here you go. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, that was, we got 2 more times through. So right from the top, you still got 30 seconds. Get a drink, take a break, whatever you need to do, get ready. But we're going back to the start, reaching down to the ground and coming back up. You got to take that out all the ground, floor touches, deadlifts, whatever you want to call it. Just want to keep that back nice and flat, and then right at the hips, not the back. So we're getting started in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Reaching down, coming back up. That's around the goal of the movement. Don't get too bogged down by, the internal focus. We're going to be talking about a little bit of that here at the end of the stream. What you're paying attention to while you're working. I know Adam kind of touched a little bit on that in the last stream. I'm going to add to that a little bit here. Okay, we're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Really good job here with that one. So for our next move, we are going to fly combo again up. Again, in that strong bent over position. Elbows up. And same thing, row to the fly. And remember, you can go one arm at a time like we've talked about. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Good work, everybody. Nice and smooth. Keep moving along. You're halfway done already. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the IT minus. What am I doing? Don't listen to me. I just started doing the IT minus. Drop, row, fly. I'm getting a little confused today, I guess. 3, 2, 1. Great job. We got D1. Next move. Coming back to the ground. Remember, you don't have to. I'm just coming down the ground to make this easier for you to see, but feel free. This is primarily an all upper back side. So you got a little bit of core to it. It does not matter if you're in a tall kneeling position at all. So got 10 seconds in the pocket, thumb back to the wall. Reach in that pocket, thumb back to the wall. 3, 2, 1. And let's go. Remember, you can go both at the same. You can go one at a time. Choose that pace that works for you. This is feeling real smooth now. The first set was feeling a little bit choppy. I was like, wow, I really did mess up my shoulder sleep. Promise it wasn't from this workout. I just stuck with my arm, across my body, putting all my weight like this, and couldn't really feel it too much when I woke up. 3, 2, 1, and done. Next move, we got our mountain climbers. Remember, you can go from the floor, you can go from the wall. You got to choose the variant that's going to work. We're going to showing it from the chair this time. In case I'm a little bit of an elevated surface, can still be a bit easier than going from the ground, but a little bit more challenging than going from the wall. The same thing with the wall. The further you get these hands down the wall, the more bit close you get to the ground, the harder that's going to be. We're going 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Then you can see me here on the chair. A pretty difficult variation, a little bit easier than doing it from this push-up position completely on the ground. Same thing again, you control the pace. You want to make this more intense. Start going a little bit faster. You want to work on the stability a little bit more. I'm going to do it a little bit slow and controlled. 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Move coming up that squat, lateral squat. You got to choose. I know that's what I'm saying. You choose the variation that works for you. I would probably, if you watch on the streams, I'd probably say like 5 times every stream. But it's just so important. I just keep it to death. So with that being said, let's I want to say again. Lateral squats and box squats. Pick your poison. We're going 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to be working just with these body weight squats. I was feeling lateral squats last time, but it's always good to mix it up, add some variety into the system. Job. Now we're done with this set. Keep moving through. I know you're working hard behind that screen. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Nice squat done. That means we got push-ups or flies. Remember, with the push-ups, same thing. You can go from the wall. You're just pushing yourself away from the wall. Getting this motion here. And our shoulders are fairly important. Or we can, same thing, we can go from an elevated surface like the chair, from the edge of the couch. Oh, a fly variation we did last time, or you could be doing your push-ups from ease like I'm going to be doing here. We're going to 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Here we go, still 10 more seconds. And done. Great job with that, everybody. One of the tougher moves here in our workout. We got ITYs coming up next, then we got bursts. And then one more time through. We're going through fast today. Means as fast as usual. I'm not feeling like it's going backwards for me. We got ITYs. So same thing. Above head, Y, T. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Find that good, strong base in your spotting position. Get in a position where nobody can push you over. Feels nice and smooth now. Here you go. Great job, everybody. 3, 2, 1. And great job. We got our 1, 2, 3 burst. Remember, so it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of a march. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. You pick your speed. You pick the height of the knee. You pick if you want the wall or you don't want the wall. Don't want anybody falling over here. So if you're feeling the stability might be an issue with this, definitely grab onto the wall. Get yourself ready. Last 3, 1. Let's go. Same thing. I'm picking up the pace a little bit. Not going crazy. Same thing. You can make it more intense, but picking up the speed, getting that heart rate up a little bit more. Good work, everybody. All right, done. I was bouncing a little bit on one leg. I don't really know why. This kind of felt good in the pattern, but that's another thing what I mean, choosing the variation that works good for you. I felt like I had a better rhythm when I was getting that little bounce between. But hey, that's me. You know, same thing. If you have ankle issues, knee issues, that bounce, even doing it without letting the foot completely come down can be difficult. But I'm talking a lot. We got floor touches in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I had my tongue for a second there. But not spit out floor touch for the life of me. We're just reaching down to the ground. Come right back up. Yeah, and I remember, don't think about too much. What's your goal? Just kind of like you got a box on the ground. You're picking it up. You don't want to hurt your back, so you're using your legs. Make it transferable to everyday life. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Row fly combo. I'm not going to do the ITY this time. Hopefully, I a little bit messed up that last set. Remember, row fly, elbows up, back to the hand up in that T position. Remember, it can be pretty difficult being in that bottom set, especially getting into the last set here. So don't be afraid to modify. Put that hand on the knee. Go one arm at a time. We're going in 3, 2, 1. And let's row to fly. Well, let's get our day started the right way. Get a good sweat in, challenge yourself. Or when you push yourself, when you force your body to adapt by doing more than you were doing the day before, you're going to start making those gains. You just got to stay consistent with it. Good work. 3, 2, 1. And back to D1. Flying through it. This workout feels like it's shorter than me in the beginning of the workout. Maybe I gotta cut that down. But all right, we got D1. I'm reaching in those pockets. Coming up, I'm going double. Don't feel like you have to. You can go one arm at a time. We're going 3, 2, 1. You know, I'm gonna go one arm at a time. Because why not? This is still a great variation. Same thing can be pretty fatiguing on the shoulder, especially here in this third set. Good work, everybody. sorry, I thought we had a new comment. This one, previous one. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, we got mountain climbers. Remember, you can go from a chair, from a wall, elevator service to floor. And I say, it's not that I don't think the wall is a great variation, but I just don't think you get much out of seeing me demo this wall variation because you can't really see what's going on. Pretty much just looking at my butt. So let's keep it. We're going to go from ground or from the chair. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Come on, keep it up, everybody. You got this. Wow. Last time doing mountain climbers, you're halfway done with these. Pick up the pace here at the end if you can. Good work, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. A really good job with that. We got our squat, lateral squat. Remember, lateral squat coming in that side to side. So you're squatting with one leg. You can just go with that body weight squat, pretending like you are sitting in a chair and standing up. Or you go with variation literally sitting down and standing up. This is a squat pattern. I promise you. 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. The sitting and standing, one of my favorite squat variations. Because what is different from the squat and sitting down? This looks the same to me. Anatomically, relatively the same. Besides the fact that you're completely deloading here at that bottom position. Let's make this transferable every day life, organize around a familiar goal. Sitting and standing. 3, 2, 1, and done. 3 more moves. Come on, let's finish strong here, everybody. Give up on me now. We got flies, push-ups. Find what works for you. Remember, flies here on the ground. This is opening the chest. If it's not uncomfortable, we can also always do is standing up. But for the push-up variations, from the floor, from the wall, elevated service, I'm gonna be going for my knees again. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Here you go, 3 seconds. And done. Great job with that one, everybody. We got ITYs. 1, 2, 3, first. Next moves. So remember, in those ITYs, above head, thumbs up, back of the hand up. Still got 10 seconds. But these are the last 2 moves here. ITYs burst. 3, 2, 1. And let's get after it. Come on, don't take that foot off the gas just yet. Let's finish strong here. Finish with some intensity. Challenge yourself. Come on. You have 10 more seconds in this move. Pick up the pace if you can. Just fly through this. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. 1, 2, 3, burst. Find your variation. Go fast, go slow. Go with a lower knee, go with a higher knee. You are in control here. I'm just going to guide you through the movement. You pick your variation. Same thing, we're going to finish strong. We're going to push ourselves in this last set. You'll get it up faster if you can. This last set, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now we don't got to go like this. You can go 1, 2, 3. You can take that impact out of it and still increase the speed. Same thing if you're going for the wall. Just get those feet chopping on that variation. Come on. Last 10 seconds. We're gonna start cooling down here real quick. I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be back in 1 second. Don't go anywhere. All right. Really, really good workout. All right, way to finish strong with that one. Let's get into a quick cool down. So now we start. Let's get some leg swings. Get that hip movement. Get some good variability in those swings. Great job. All right, let's start swinging the other leg. There we go. Great job, everybody. Keep them swinging just a little bit longer here. Here you go. 2 more swings. 1, 2, and great job. Now let's kind of get the arm stretch out a little bit. You got right arm over, left arm over. I like to call these the self hugs. You gotta give yourself a hug, give yourself a pat on the back for making it through that great workout today. Way to push yourself, way to stay consistent. And if you're still here at the end of the workout, you accomplished something pretty something you should feel proud of today, because it's not easy getting that workout. And the same thing, stick with a consistent program. Maybe you just weren't feeling it today, maybe you still showed up anyways. That's a sign of that determination. Or maybe you just came across this on Twitch, found one of our replays, and you're wondering what this is. Well, hold on, let me move on next movement. Then I'll tell you a little bit about what this is. But so for that next movement, let's get some knee movement in here. I like to do this from a sitting position, or you can do this laying on the ground. So if you're doing it from a sitting position, just kicking that knee out nice and slow, kind of like you're kicking a soccer ball, just getting some of that knee motion going. Get some of that knee extension. Another good way to do this is from the ground, one of my preferred ways of doing it. Do the same thing, just kicking towards the sky, getting that motion to the knee. But also saying, maybe you're finding us for the first time, wondering what's going on here. Well, our goal is to make health and fitness more accessible. And one of these ways is through our bodyweight exercise program. Free to all, live 5 days a week, 7:30 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, all Eastern Standard Time. Great job. Hope these are moving well for you. And great job. Let's move on to our next variation. Same thing. One of the ways to do this from the ground. Hopefully you can kind of see me, but it's that same move. Before, we're just bringing the knee in flexion instead of extension. I'm just bringing my heels up to my butt. I'm doing this laying on the ground. Or same thing, you could do these from a standing position as well. Nothing wrong with that. Same way we're doing it in the warm-up. You got to find that variation that works good for you. Great job, everybody. All right, and our last move, we're going to get those shoulders, arms, chest back, all that stuff, good stuff. One more time. I like to call these the morning stretch. So I like to get in a little bit of a wider stance. I kind of swing the arms up all the way overhead, and then as I come back, I'm coming back wide, elbows wide. Stretch on the shoulders, stretch on the back. We need a few of these going. Really stretch it out to the top. Get you that good range of motion. I call these the morning stretch. It's like you're getting out of bed, that, stretching where you get that feeling all through the spine. Kind of getting a little bit of that here in this movement. Great job, everybody. We're going to do 2 more. All right, now I'm going to talk a little bit about our pillar, what's going on here, what's coming up next week. But while I'm doing that, I want everybody to finish on happy face. I got a good workout even with the choppy connection. Also, I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really sorry about the connection. And then I'm not sure whose end it's coming from, but easily could be mine. Like I said, a little bit of, internet issues here. So with that being said, some deep breaths into the nose and out to the mouth. Really try to take those deep breaths here. And while you're working on those deep breaths, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our pillar of the week, talk a little bit about internal and external focus when it comes to exercise. Just going to kind of give a brief overview. I know Adam kind of talked a little bit about it on his last stream. But so, as I said, quote of the week, all progress takes place outside the comfort zone. We talked a little bit about the beginning of the stream, how you got to challenge yourself, how you got to push yourself if you want to make those gains, want to make that progress. So, let me take a seat right here. Bring this down just a slight bit. And so, as we're talking about, we also have our challenge of the week. Hopefully this has been going well for you. It's been going pretty well for myself. And our challenge week is just to get some physical activity every day this week. If you showed up to the stream, you easily got that. But, even if it's just a 10, 45-minute walk, just keeping moving, staying active, and your body will thank you. I promise. Same thing, maybe you want to record how many minutes. Maybe it's anaerobic, aerobic, what type of exercise. And, maybe challenge yourself. Maybe this starts off this week, and maybe, like we said, all probably taking place outside that comfort zone. Maybe you try to challenge yourself and beat that physical activity next week. But same thing. You're going to beat it next week if you join along with these streams, because we're moving into those 45-minute sessions now instead of those half hours. So all you got to do is follow along with the stream. You're going to keep consistently raising that bar here as far as the fitness aspect goes. So I want to just tell you a little bit about our challenge of the week. I know it's kind of getting into the end of the week here, but hey, it's not over yet. We still got Saturday. Maybe you want to get a few minutes in here. I know it's the Halloween weekend. People might be, going out doing things, all that good stuff. But hey, fitness is important. Shouldn't get in the way of, some holiday celebrations. But hey, if you're here, like I said, if you're here right now, you're getting it in right before the celebrations begin. So let's talk a little bit about internal and external cue. I know Adam probably give you kind of a little bit of an introduction. External focus is usually considered focus on the outcome or the goal of the movement, while an internal focus is kind of focusing in on the process or what goes into the goal of the movement. So, for example, here. So, like say for the squat, for example, an external focus would be to focusing on a goal. So say it says, I want you to pretend you're sitting in a chair. That's one of the common ones I use in the stream. So now you're organized surrounding an outcome. You're organized around, sitting in the invisible chair. For an internal focus, something would be like, I want to focus on, getting your hips parallel to your knees, even though that obviously doesn't work for everybody. I don't think that's a good cue. Or saying something like this, some people say, engage your core. That's more of an internal focus. It's telling you, so maybe the goal of the movement is to do a crunch. So it's going to be, getting the elbows to the knees, whatever it might be. Internal focus would be to, engage the core. You're thinking on that process, the internal mechanisms that lead to the goal of the movement. And the majority of the researchers kind of went to the aspect that an external focus can be more beneficial. And one of those reasons is because that, an internal focus is up to, the person's interpretation. So, for example, if I told each and every one of you that, hey, engage your core on this next exercise, engaging your core could easily mean something different to anybody. What I think engaging your core is might be different from what you think engaging your core is, which is different from what, your grandma thinks engaging your core is. So it really comes down to interpretation with internal cues. So there sometimes can be a kind of slippery slope of using internal cues off the bat if they don't have, some type of meaning to attach that internal cue to. So Adam probably talked a little bit about, what are some external what are some internal cues. And so here I'm just kind of talking about situations where, some might be beneficial over the other ones. So in the research, sometimes they've found that, what is the goal of the movement might actually be an internal focus. So for example, things like martial arts, things like dance, I think of another example. So martial arts and dance, so it's like you are based on your form, you are based on how your body almost look during, during these movements, during martial arts, during, ballet, dance. So if you're focusing, if the goal of the movement is to look a certain way, say, I'm not well versed in martial arts or ballet, but I know, oftentimes you're essentially graded on your ability to maintain a certain form or posture within, the dance or the, martial art. So sometimes it might be more beneficial to focus internally because it's kind of that gray area where focusing internally is also the goal at the same time. So there is some situations where, an internal focus might be a little bit better. There's also kind of mixed research when it comes to, types of skills. So for example, many, force and so many of the force generation studies, like for example, they've done sprinting studies where they measured sprint time, and for one, they told people to, push off the ground as hard as you can. So using an external goal, saying push off the ground. Another one saying is like, drive through your hips or push off with your legs. And so same thing, it's such a slight difference in cues, but they found that the people with external actually had better performance in some of these sprinting studies. And it's mainly due to the fact that it's like, our brain is smarter than you are. Our brain has a designed way to coordinate exercise to reach a goal. But if you are putting some type of internal constraint on the exercise, this could definitely manipulate the form. For example, like we're going back to the squat. If I told you to pretend like you're sitting in a chair, you're going to organize the movement around sitting in a chair. If I tell you, hey, make sure you're squeezing the glutes, make sure you're getting those, hip knees to parallel, and same thing. Now instead of doing a squat, you're focused on engaging your glutes. So is that a squat or are you engaging your glutes? It could kind of cause some confliction, kind of constrain your abilities to move in a certain way because you're focused on meeting some internal standard. And I know I'm kind of rambling, I know this might be a little bit confusing. It's really getting to this that, there's things you can focus on during the exercise. Primarily, they are aimed towards, folks. A lot of researchers claim that, focusing on this external can be more beneficial for beginners. However, they have found that, at the very elite and expert level, when the form is almost so automatic that, not. So they've done some studies where they say they gave, professional athletes internal and external focus. However, it didn't make a difference either way because this pattern is so ingrained. No cue is going to probably change how they do it when they've had so many hours of repetition. It's hard to get out of that repetitive pattern, and those cues might not be, enough to adjust the movement. I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit here. That might be a little bit hard to follow. We're pretty much just, like I said, just kind of getting at it. There's different things you can focus on. Primarily, we are going to focus on those external cues. However, internal cues are not necessarily bad as long as you have things to attach to, and same thing, it also depends on the sport and the activity that you're doing. So I guess, it's interesting. We used to say this when I was in school all the time. They say the answer is just always, it depends. Concrete way, because it's not like an external cue is always going to be the better. It's not like an internal cue is always going to be worse. It really depends on the situation. Last thing I will say about that is the same thing. When you can attach meaning to an internal cue, that's when, it can become very easy to use. So for example, with personal training, if you told to engage their core, but they've never, engaged their core the right way before, that cue is meaningless. But say maybe if you, have an experience engaging that core as feeling like in a training session, then they have a meaning to attach that to it. And when you say engage their core, that's like, oh, that's that experience I had. So, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You just need to make sure, they have the right interpretation of your cue. So that's just one thing I wanted to touch on a little bit. I was very internally controlling my movements for a long time. And, once I got more into an external focus, started focusing on the goal, the outcome of the movement, free up my body and, experience movement in different ways. Because when you're so internally constrained, when you say, hey, I have to do this with my shoulder, do this with my glutes, you have some type of constraint on your body, limiting your ability to move. That's when you kind of get into these more repetitive patterns. You don't really experience, different stimulus and things of that nature. So I know that was a little bit long-winded. It's going to be a little bit more easily broken down here when we have that blog coming out shortly. But I want to, talk about it in my stream. You probably hear me use a lot of external cues during the stream, for it. So, I'm rambling a lot here. The last thing I'm going to talk a little bit about next week, moving into those 45-minute sessions. Going to be the same thing we usually, ramp it up 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And then same thing, do a little bit of a deload week, and then we're back into ramping the intensity up, because you can't just continually keep ripping the intensity. You need a little bit of time to recover, relax, have things a little bit less intense before you keep pushing things, even harder. So moving those 45-minute sessions, spend 4 weeks there, back into hour sessions, and then the final kind of quarter of our program going into some day-a-week sessions. Can you believe it or not? I don't think, probably since the last time I was playing basketball, and it was probably the last time I was working out 6 days a week. So, but we've been building right too. We're at 5 days a week right now. We've been sticking through these workouts. It's something to be proud of. Been here for a while. It's not easy making that commitment. So, if you made it this far, or maybe you're just starting out, you're making that effort to better your health and fitness. Really, that's important. So with that being said, really great stream again today. It's really fun being with you guys. Appreciate the support. Always coming in, talking to me a little bit. And as always, I just love doing these things too. I'm getting a great workout myself, a time with you all. And yeah, that's, the same thing, day 104. I can't believe it. But day 105, remember, coming up Monday, I'm going to throw the schedule up here. Same thing. You can go 7:40 a.m. to be safe. That's probably when the workout will actually be starting. We always talk a little bit at the beginning of the stream. Aim to get it going at 7:30. But saying the workout usually won't be starting until about 7:40. If you're missing it, that's when we kind of start to warm up. But again, thank you all for being here. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate you all. And I hope you have a great weekend, and hope you enjoyed the workout today. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to send a message. We would love to help you out. But on that note, I'm going to be signing off right now. I hope you all have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday, 7:30. Have a good one, everybody.